Hey guys, my name's Gavin. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make cool Kid Laroi inspired guitar loops inside of FL Studio. Something off of his new deluxe that just dropped. Super interesting, cool production on there, and I really like that style of music, so why not make a tutorial on it? Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, at GavinHadley_. I'm going to have a loop kit linked down below in the description on BeatStars. It's super fire. Feel free to go check it out, and yeah, let's get into it. The first part of this video is going to be me briefly touching on the guitar chords that I hit. 2 videos ago I asked you guys if you want to see a video on chords. I'm going to do like a piano roll chords video, and then I'm also going to do a guitar chords video, since if you guys don't know, I started playing guitar in like July, end of July-ish, and I've came a decent way. I still obviously have like a lot of work to do since I've only been playing it since July, but I've learned a lot of things, I think, that are helpful for producers like you guys that maybe want to learn the guitar. So if you want to see another video on how to play like some basic things on guitar that are really helpful for like modern production, like that you're interested in, like if you're watching this video, if you want to learn how to make stuff like this, it's actually kind of easy. Obviously it's going to take some practice since it's on guitar, but yeah, so this is what I'm playing. It's going to be rough. It's late at night too, so I don't want to be super loud with this. We start with my fingers like this. I also have a capo on the 2nd fret, which basically just raises everything up like 2 notes. Here is what chord shape that I'm playing. It's just these 3 fingers. And they're on the first 3 strings, and this is what it sounds like. This is the first chord. And then I go up here. Same position, just up a bunch of strings. It sounds like this. Oh. Sounds like that. And then I go back down to this. And then it just restarts, and I played it in like a cool rhythmic way that you guys are going to see in a second. So yeah, something like that. So quick side note, when I'm recording all my guitar stuff just with my iPhone in voice memos, so you don't really need a good microphone. You guys are going to hear this. It sounds pretty good in my opinion. Just all recorded with my phone. And I got the idea because Lemonade by Internet Money, you guys all know that song, I'm assuming. That's recorded with a phone, so, and it sounds good. Everyone has a phone for the most part. So effects that I put on this first guitar, here are all the effects. So it starts with NS1 stereo on the top. Basically that's just gonna cut out all of like the noise that I get from my room, to like the static that you get in the recording. Super cool plugin. Definitely check that out if you're recording live instruments or maybe like recording vocals. Super good at taking noise out without ruining the sound quality. After that, we have Crystallizer above everything. It's muffled up octave. That's just going to give it that cool sound that you guys hear in a lot of my loops. I'm going to take all the effects off and play it raw quick. Okay, so you guys are going to get to hear everything kind of get added. So NS1. There wasn't too much noise in the sample already since it's kind of loud, and the strumming already gets rid of a lot of that noise, but it's on there. Now we get Crystallizer involved. You can hear that little up octave pitch going on, very subtle, and then I just have an EQ taking out some of the low ends, getting rid of those harsh frequencies. RC20 to kind of screw up the sound a little bit. I thought it was a little too clean. And then we have Ozone 8 Elements, super cool plugin for guitars. I just threw on the guitar depth preset, and this is what it sounds like before and after. So a lot more depth, hence the name of that. And then we have a delay. I always add delay to my loops, especially like live instruments. It just gives it like a whole different level of stuff going on. It's just a 4-step, and then I turn the volume down and change it to ping pong. That's what it all sounds like. And it's just that same pattern looping twice. So to vary it up, I did a lot of my variation within the top melody itself instead of the chords. So this is what the top melody sounds like. And then with the chorus. So they complement each other really well. That's just me, again, just fiddling around on the guitar, coming up with a little pattern, utilizing 2 strings, 2 fingers. Probably just gonna make like a guitar 101 video. I'm not like the most definitely not the most qualified. So I think it'd be useful for you guys to hear like another person that's in the process of learning it, just like you guys are, giving sort of his experience along the way. We have two versions, as you can see. The bottom one is up an octave, and I'll just solo this top one here. So effects, NS1 again, before effects, NS1 is going to get rid of the noise. We can go down here, crystallizer, muffled up octave again, an EQ, taking out some of the low frequencies that we don't need, especially since it's a top line and it's not supposed to take up that much space. And then we have an EQ taking out harsh frequencies right there as well, so it sounds a little bit better and doesn't clash with the bass at all. And then we just have that up an octave part, and then that just has an EQ taking out a harsh frequency there, some low end, and then one just taking out more low end, and then some high end as well. Oh, and then I just have this other like lead that comes in here. And it sort of sounds like a vocal that I do. I treated it like a vocal, and when you do this like vocal chain sort of presets that I do in my loops, like super atmospheric, it makes a lot of different sounds. It can be vocals, guitar in this case, or just whatever you put it through, just sound like that cool vocal effects. That's what it sounds like before anything. So bad. I'm pretty sure I'm hitting like a string that's not even in key, but once you add reverb and EQ and stuff and delay, it sounds so much better. So yeah, that's all that is, just Valhalla, an EQ, and then some delay. So I have this one part of the top melody that comes in towards the end, and I did this just so it isn't exactly the same. Like we have this unique element here, and like this is the same thing on both halves. We have this unique element here, and then we have this one at the end. And I did this, and it makes it just sound like both of the halves, and like almost like the chord progressions are different on both sides, even though they're not. See if you guys can like pick up on that while I play it here. And then that just sounds like this. It's going through basically the same effect chain as the other one, so I'm not going to show it. I just added a little bit of distortion to it. Those are the guitars that make up the loop. This underneath everything, I'm not even sure what this is. All right, so this is just the chord progression on guitar, but it is going through this effect chain. So we have an EQ here, just doing that same thing from before, a chorus, which is going to give it that cool chorus feel. I said it in my last video too. I don't really know what to call it, but it's just gonna make it sound cool. We just have this pretty parametric EQ and then a reverb just to soften it up a little bit. And that just creates a little bit more depth for us to work with. And that's basically it for the live instrument part. I just have this like reversed. It's like the last chord I played, but reversed, and it leads back up into the second half of the loop just to fill up space in this area, since there's not really a chord playing in the guitar. There. And it just, these are the effects on it. A love filter, kind of like an EQ, a little bit different effect on it though. And then a delay and some reverb as well. After that we have, it's the necklace bell. It's from the Rogue One Shot Kit by Bassed One. So it's just me going down the scale. Super simple pattern. Those same effects on it, just muffled up octave. We have Echo Boy here, the Arena Bathroom preset. Just gonna go along with that ambient feel that I'm going for, and then a delay again. Super similar effects on all of this. They just work super nice together. And then I have this accent that's gonna be super cool when we talk about the second part. It's just hitting right away. I talked about this in my last video too. Something I've been doing a lot lately, just having it hit like at, I pick D sharp here, and then so this is D sharp 6, and then I have one at D sharp 5. I just have an EQ, and lastly we have a bass just following the root notes, and that's it for the main melody. It's the Growler Moog bass from Omnisphere. We just have retro color on that. I put the width knob to the left, which I believe is going to make it sound a little bit more mono, yeah. And then we have space up a little bit, just a little reverb on the bass. Doesn't hurt anything, kind of blends it in but more. And then we have distortion as well, it's a little bit, a little noise, and turn it down a bunch. So yeah, that's that half. And now this half was actually kind of created by accident. I was mixing everything within the sample and I muted like the main guitar, and it came up with this. I'm pretty sure if you mute, yeah. So yeah, if you just mute all of the instruments, this is what it sounds like. Super, super, super cool sound, and that too. So yeah, that's how that was created. I just made this one a little bit louder, and that's all I really did to it. And then that's the sample. I just laid it out one sound at a time. I have both of the guitars here, the normal one and then the up octave one. Got all my top melodies right there, the reverse part, the counter melody with the bell, the accent, and then the omnisphere. Like, you guys see that I add a lot of sounds to my loop, but I may add a lot of sounds, but all of them serve super, super small purposes, and they're not like big purposes, so they don't clash with each other. Especially with my work on the EQ, just taking out a lot of the frequencies, kind of makes them sit back within the loop, and they all work together and create a cool full sounding feeling. That's about the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you're able to learn something today. I feel like I touched on some good points that you guys may not have considered before. So again, feel free to let me know if you guys want to see more videos on chords and then guitar chords. I'm more than happy to do that. I'm gonna make sure that those are like my next 2 videos, I promise. That's it, enough talking. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you. It means a lot to me. Have an awesome rest of your guys' night, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.